However, you are being stubborn. A variant. Ugh, hold on now. This is a scholar from back in the day. This is Al Jalalain, who they rock with heavy, saying that a variant reading for Almeida, has Al-Matut, I know. Now, how in the world is a tafsir saying that there's a variant talking about a pharaoh or Moses? What is going on here? But you ask the Muslims what they're going to say. The default is Allah knows best. Or apparently, somehow, it's the same story just told in different manner, in a different way. What?
Well, you think that a 5'2" woman can't do damage? Boy, does she do damage. Wait and see how much damage she does to this book called the Quran. Stay tuned.
Yo, they getting it.
Last time we showed you video clips of what many of the prominent Muslim apologists say about the Quran. The fact that it's summarized in this phrase, perfectly preserved book, perfectly preserved book, unchanged book. And of course, the reliance is primarily on what the Quran said about itself. Today, we are going to show you the opposite of that and what a 5'2" woman can do to Islam and the Quran and the damage that she has inflicted on this perfectly preserved book. With me here to unpack all of that is our dear brother, Jay Smith. Dr. Jay, welcome back. And of course, we are talking about our dear sister Hatun and an incident that prompted all of this a couple of years ago when the idea of multiple Qurans was brought into public, technically speaking.
Yes, I will give you a story about that in just a bit. But what I want to do is play a video of how this blew it open. When you have something that's this remarkable, and remember, you have been told since you were born, I've been told in all my 40 years of working in Islam, that there has never been any changes to the Quran. If it's eternal, it cannot have one word, not one letter changed. And obviously, if that is the case, we've always assumed that was until she found something. She found not just one, but 7 different Arabic Qurans. We're not talking about translations. These are all Arabic Qurans. And they're over 1,000 years old. And she found them in the Middle East, came to me in London. And I said, we've got to take this down to Speaker's Corner. We've got to show this to the world. When you go to Speaker's Corner in London, if any of you ever get to London, go to Speaker's Corner. Hatun is usually there. Hatun Tash from Turkey. Her father was an imam or still is an imam. She left Islam because of falling in love with Jesus Christ. She's now a sister in Christ. And because of that, she's just tenacious when it comes to the Quran itself. So we took this down in 2016. 2016, that's quite a few years ago. In June of 2016, and we held it up. I'm going to show you the video as to what happened. It's just a synopsis. We were there for over almost an hour. This is just a few minutes synopsis looking at that. Let's look at that video and let's see what happened.
Hold on, before we get to that, y'all, because we're talking about perfect preservation, I got a couple slides to show from Jai and Daughter of Christ. If you're not, go sub to them because, man, they're the ones who actually provided this. I just got it from them. But let's look into what the real preservation of the Quran looks like. So we're here. We're going to start off with my favorite one. Big contradiction. Big showing that the Quran is not perfectly preserved as the Muslim apologists would want you to think. So here we are in Surah 1181, and it says Allah does not know what command lot, and we'll find out what that actually means. Again, shout out to Jai and DOC, Daughter of Christ. The angel said, O Lot, indeed we are messengers of your Lord. Therefore, they will never reach you. So set out with your family during a portion of the night, and let not any among you look back, except your wife. Indeed, she will be struck by which strikes them. Indeed, their appointment is for the morning, is not the morning near. So, seems simple enough, but let's look at the breakdown. So this is a breakdown from the Arabic. Jai and DOC are Arabic speakers. They know the Arabic very well and are actually showing us and displaying to us how the actual language and the grammar is in the Arabic. And it's identified by the red in the box and then the red and the blue lines right here. So it states that the angel said, O Lot, indeed we are messengers of your Lord. Therefore, they will never reach you. So set out with your family during a portion of the night and not let any among you look back, except your wife. But how the grammar is, the accept your wife is supposed to be after with your family. So the accept your wife means that, like it says at top, Lot is commanded not to bring his wife. If you're reading it in Arabic, this is how it is. So for those of you who think that, oh no, that's not what it means, ask an Arabic speaker. And if they lie to you, send them the link, and I'll send you the link. Just let me know. I'll send you the link in the video that shows Jai and DOC displaying this to other Arabic speakers that are Muslim that had to agree with exactly what's down here. But let's get to another rendition, another version of the Quran. And this is where Lot is commanded to bring his wife. And this comes from the Al-Bazi or Ibn Kathir reading. And it says, the angel said, O Lot, indeed we are messengers of your Lord. Therefore, they will never reach you. So set out with your family during a portion of the night, and let not any among you look back, except your wife. Indeed, she will be struck by which strikes them. Indeed, their appointment is for the morning. Is not the morning near? So with this particular reading, this is showing you that you don't bring your wife. The other one says bring your wife. This one is saying don't bring your wife. But how the different dash marks and stuff like that I'm not too aware of, they break it down in such amazing fashion, an amazing way. So for those that want to hate and say, oh no, it's the same, take it up with those brothers and sisters, because those are Arabic speakers. And again, I've witnessed them talk with Arabic speaking Muslims about it. And guess what? We also got brother Sheikh Sinkiti that talks about this same passage, that talks about it and says that's a contradiction. So this is what the brother says. And he breaks down the reading right here. And the reading of the majority readers other than Ibn Kathir, Abu Amir, have no issue, because the majority read, and let not any of you turn back except your wife. On the reading of the accusative, there is no issue in the verse at all. And the meaning is, so travel by night with your family in portions of the night except your wife. So do not travel with her. Leave her with the doomed ones. Indeed, it will affect her what has afflicted them, because she is a disbeliever among them. As for the reading of Abu and Ibn Kathir, in the nominative case, except your wife, there is a contradiction. So this brother right here is speaking in Arabic, and they, being Arabic translators, broke it down to what it means in the English of what he's saying down below, which is what we're reading now. So he says, as in Sheikh, Shinkiti, there is a contradiction in the verse which opposes his saying, except your wife, because his saying, except your wife, with a fatha indicates that he did not travel with her. And the reading, except your wife, with the dhamma indicates that he traveled with her, and that none turned except her. Ugh. So Islamic scholars saying that there's a contradiction and that the meaning doesn't mean the same in two different Arabic versions. Come on now, let's get to the video.
There is only one Quran, right? And that every Quran in the world is the same. That's what you've been told. You have been told a lie!
You run away from truth.
Okay, so there are two Qurans today, right?
More than two Qurans.
More than two? Three Qurans?
More than three Qurans.
More than three? Four Qurans?
There are approximately 26 of the Qurans.
26 different Qurans!
Hey, they hit with these songs, bro. Production is crazy.
You guys get these Qurans! Get these Qurans and read them! We're just showing you. Oh, go ahead, start throwing things out. It says they were lied to. Two different readings. That's the difference. Look, it was and which has the dhamma. The difference is between dhamma and dhamma. Read it. Read it again.
Read it again.
The prophets fought, but by the time you get to the fight, they were killed. That is a huge
attention. Your faces, Muslim people, your face, come here. Come.
You better go. They're going to make it more and more difficult for you.
Nasty.
The panic, and Muhammad Hijab is there also, and they're asking the Muslims to just steer away from you, obviously because they're noticing the crowd is paying attention to to something shocking. Now, what is so interesting, it was called 26 Qurans back then. It was shocking. How many Qurans so far?
Oh, she's up to 37. We're going to get into that in
37.
probably the next episode because we don't have time. But I want to just unpack a little bit what you just saw there. So here we are. This is the first time this has ever been done in public. And Speaker's Corner is the ideal place because cameras everywhere. If you look at you'll see Muhammad Hijab come right up with us with his camera. He's got his camera looking at them with his camera. He's photographing them because he's not seen this. And Muhammad Hijab is considered to be one of the largest, the most popular certainly YouTube Muslims on YouTube today. He has a following of almost 500,000. So he is there. He was there at that time. He stands about 6'6", 6'7". He's almost as tall as me, and I'm on a ladder. And he's filming us. He sees that there's a problem here. That's why he then retreats back, goes out behind the crowd. That other guy comes and helps him out, and he's yelling in Arabic while Muhammad Hijab is yelling in English. Come to me, come to me. Don't look at what they're showing you.
That's right. That's what they're saying, yeah.
Don't listen to what they're saying. Come to me. We'll explain it. Come to me, Muslims. This is what they're saying. They were you can see they were caught flat-footed. They had no idea. That was the first time we showed it. I'm just showing you the first time. We showed that. We held those Qurans up 3 times that summer. By the 3rd time, we almost didn't leave. They attacked us. We have a video up on Fander Films. You can go and look at it. They're grabbing our bag. They didn't want us to leave. These are not your Qurans. Yes, they are. We bought them. They were so incensed that we would have Qurans that were different. Did you notice? We didn't just hold up the Qurans. We started holding up slides.
Right, yeah, you have
sheets,
sheets
showing. We're going to
protected.
do that in a future episode. We're going to show you just how different they are.
Speaking of showing just how different they are, let's look at a couple more. Why not? That's what we're here for, right? Here we are at Surah 17:102, and it's titled, Who Knew Pharaoh or Moses? So let's read it. Moses said, You have already known that none has sent down these signs except the Lord of the heavens and the earth as evidence. And indeed, I think, O Pharaoh, that you are destroyed. Wait a second. Why in the world is there a tafsir of Al-Jalalain that states, He, Moses, indeed, you know that none revealed these signs except the Lord of the heavens and the earth as proof lessons. However, you are being stubborn. A variant. Hold on now. This is a scholar from back in the day. This is Al-Jalalain, who they rock with heavy, saying that a variant reading for Al-Maida, you know, has Al-Matut, I know, and I truly think that you, O Pharaoh, are doomed, that you will be destroyed. Or that word means that the Pharaoh has been turned away from all deeds that are good. Now, how in the world is a tafsir saying that there's a variant talking about a Pharaoh or Moses? What is going on here? But you ask the Muslims what they're going to say. The default is Allah knows best. Or apparently somehow it's the same story just told in different manner, in a different way. What? Let's look at some more. And this is apparently from Ibn Majid. And this is how he views variants in the Quran. He, Ibn Majid, said, people differed in readings. Quran. The Quran, just as they differed in legal rulings. And transmitters of hadith differed about narrations of companions and their immediate followers. So we got another scholar saying that, yep, there's variants. Yep, they differ, but it's all right. And if you don't know who Ibn Mas'ud is, Mahud, whatever his name is, right here, you can see it right there. There's a little bit of information on Ibn Mas'ud. Check it out. Again, this is from Jai Apologetics and DOC Daughter of Christ. Their YouTube channel is Jai and DOC. Check them out if you're not already. The breakdowns are crazy. The truth is out there, y'all. So for all y'all in the comments talking crazy, for you Muslims that don't know, it's not perfectly preserved and nobody's ever really thought it was. They're just coming up with that to draw people in and lie because that's what they're allowed to do. Let's get back to the video, y'all.
Because they had not been told this. None of them had been told this.
And I want to say this, it's kind of interesting, the reaction, usually in a really fair manner, or fair-minded way is like you would say, okay, let's listen to their argument and then come over here, let's respond to it. No, they were interrupting the whole thing.
They were throwing things
They don't
at
want
us.
you to even finish, your
That one guy grabs it. That was not the first time. That's why we laminated it, because we knew these would be ripped up. They always just rip anything they don't like. Well, we laminate. You can't rip that up, and we held on to it very tightly because we were then showing it. We were looking at the hafs. So this is the hafs here, and we were showing the warsh.
They're doing the Uthmanic method of ripping off things, right?
Absolutely. We show Kalun or Kasai. We were showing different ones side by side, the same verses. We're going to show you that exactly how damaging this are. But that was the initial time, 2016, June of 2016. We did it again in July. We did it again in August. By the time August came by, we knew that they would steal it. We would not be able to do it a fourth time. That's how damaging this is. Now, in the next episode, I want to look at some of the ones that she has. And then what I want to do after that is I want to show and explain exactly what these different Qurans are. There's a huge, a lot of people just don't know what these are about. What are these qira'ats? These are qira'ats. What do they mean? We're going to come back and show you exactly what they mean in the next episode, because those of you and those who are watching, you do need to know, so that if you're going to use this argument, please, for heaven's sakes, let us train you up on how to use it. Don't just hold them up, because you're going to be held accountable to show where the differences are, what they mean, how these came about. And then we're going to see an interview that happened in 2020 with Muhammad Hijab, the same Muhammad Hijab who was there in that meeting, who there on that day, who was telling all the Muslims that he would explain it. Let's see how well he explained it 4 years later. But that's coming up yet. Let's then first unpack it, look at these qira'ats, see what they are, see why they're damaging, and then see where the historical context is for creating these changes, because every one of these are changes. Okay?
Changes in the Quran. And if you want to learn more, again, you can check out any Hatun, Tash, Dr. J. Smith, all that. Check them out. But also, I encourage you all, because the slides I put up come from Jai and DOC. If you go check out their channel, they break it down and they break all this down so you know, and they have the resources there available. So when he was saying, you got to hold yourself accountable, you got to be able to answer, I was able to see them put into action, them talking with Arabic speaking Muslims, and they could not refute it. They could not refute it. So check them out. Continue to rock with CRA International. Continue to rock with anybody who's exposing the lies of Islam. And man, I appreciate you guys for watching up into this point. If you made it up to this point, the ticker down below says like, share, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. All that fun stuff. If you want to rock with your boy, go ahead. You ain't got to, but if you want to, there it is. The like button somewhere. Also, if you want to rock out with your boy and actually be notified, you can hit that noti bell so you can see anytime that I drop with these pre-recorded reactions, live reactions, and or have people come on and share their testimony. Spreading the truth of the gospel, spreading the love of Jesus, exposing Islam, doing what we got to do to expose the heretics. The truth is what we try to do here at this channel, and express that in a manner that is loving and a manner that shows who God truly is. Appreciate y'all for watching. This has been your boy, the Scripture Plug Albert. Catch y'all next time. I'm out.